All right, today we're going to do I'm hoping it's going to be a fun little game for a Buddy Sour horse, Ruby here. So a little bit about Ruby. She's a client horse, and she's 20 years old, and so she's kind of had it her way for 20 years, and I'm going to just let her follow Mark, and then Mark, you take us up that way a little bit. So anyway, Ruby is like very herd bound, meaning she wants to be with any horse. Doesn't matter what horse, just any horse, and she really has a hard time being away from them. So I talked Mark into giving me a hand out here today, and so what Mark's going to do is just, him and Marshall are just going to hold still, and they're just going to hang out somewhere like right here. And then what I'm going to do with Ruby is I'm not going to steer her, meaning I'm not going to be operating any reins, and I'm just going to let Ruby kind of do what she wants to do here, which is going to want to be hanging out by Marshall, I'm thinking. And so the idea behind this is we're going to see if we can get Ruby to want to go away from Marshall. I mean, look, she keeps walking around, and she's just coming right over here back by Marshall and, wanting to hang out by Marshall, which is all fine and dandy, except for when you want to leave Marshall. And I'm sure we'd have a bit of an argument with Ruby. So what I'm going to do, we're kind of put this into play like it's a game. And so Mark's rules, Mark and Marshall are just going to hang out right here. They're not going to go anywhere. And then what I'm going to do is ask Ruby, when she's hanging around Marshall, we're going to work over here. So we're going to use several horsemanship techniques, sayings. One of them is make the right thing easy and the wrong thing hard, right? So what I'm wanting her to do is leave Marshall. I'm wanting her to go away from Marshall. So when she has a change in behavior and she goes away from Marshall, then that's when I'm going to release, relax, and hopefully give her a little bit of a break. And then when she comes back to Marshall, I'm going to increase the work and say, hey, let's work. So the right thing easy is going to be leaving. The wrong thing hard is going to be coming back to Marshall. And boy, I hope this wind doesn't blow us away and get us out of here. So this is something great to do if you've got a Buddy Sour horse, but you got to have a good helpmate, somebody that can come out on their horse and kind of be the magnet, right? Be the driving force. So let's talk about chemically what's going on before we get started. Ruby's mind gets so chemically dependent on a buddy. So there's an oxytocin, right? It's a chemical, a drug, that her mind is so programmed that she needs this oxytocin for safety. So Ruby believes that she needs to be by other horses for safety. We're going to change those chemicals, and what I need Ruby to believe is that if she can be with me and get those same chemicals, we can go over here and have a relationship somewhere away from Marshall. And I want her to relax and find comfort in that. So we're going to get going here before she bites Marshall on the butt and really starts causing me some problems. But see, I can't even get her to go now. She's like not even connected to me. She just is like, I could care less about me being here in the saddle. And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start asking Ruby up to a trot, and then I'm not going to be driving, so no reins on my part. I just got a handful of rein and mane right here, and I'm just going to be adding some pressure as long as Ruby is right here by Marshall. And so we're going to ask her for a little trot, and I'm just going to keep the pressure on her till I can get her feet trotting. And as long as she stays right here by Marshall, I'm just going to keep giving her a little bit of pressure. I want her to want to leave. So we're going to just work. So we're just going to trot. I'm just going to keep her to trot until she decides she might want to go somewhere else. So we're just going to trot, trot. So we're going to go through some attitude here because she's not going to like this. And we're going to have to wait until her mind, right, she can find something else to do, which will be to leave. So I'm just going to let her work much as she wants to. I'm just going to let it be work. I just want her to kind of argue with herself. I'm just going to keep her from sticking the nose in there. Oh, there we left. Oh, we're headed right back though. So we're going to work our way back. See if she'll leave again. Nope, we're going to work. She doesn't buck me off. So I'm waiting for her to look for an answer that she probably never looked for in about 15 years of her life. She's been so allowed to dictate who's in charge. So I'm just going to let her heart and lungs renegotiate that agreement. We're just going to keep on doing this. Closer she gets, I'm going to give her a little more pressure. Until she wants to leave. So good, we got a pretty good canter going here. I'm just going to let her work. I'm going to give her a little tap on the butt when she gets close to Marshall. Try to get her to want to go away. And then relax out here. Oh, but she heads back. Let's work. Let's work. Back by Marshall. Let's work. Mark's doing a great job of keeping him and Marshall. Oh, let's relax. I want her to relax and be quiet. She goes back. Let's go to work. Let's go to work. There's 2 times she's tried going out here. Oh, and I want to relax. Relax. quiet, soft. Oh yeah. Oh, oh, oh. She turned around, she's like, hey, let's see what she does. As long as she stays away from Marshall, I'm not even going to talk to her. I'll let her work all this out. And I'm not asking her to trot. This is all her. I'm just loose in the saddle saying, hey, if you want to stop, we certainly can. But if she'd like to trot over the horizon, I'll do that with her too. Let's just see. Oh, here comes some down regulation. Head down, blowing her nose, picking and chewing. We're down to a walk now. Oh, she keeps looking at Marshall and then she turns and looks away. Hey, I like that. I don't know what that took, maybe 15 minutes, 18 minutes. Now, we're going to revisit this a couple of times, but I'm going to let her decide about that. So, meaning if she heads, when she's headed towards Marshall, I'm going to let her get a whole lot closer before I talk to her. But this is what I'm wanting, is I'm wanting her mind to relax and disconnect from her buddy, right? So we let, we turn the worry into work. She was so worried about being by, let that be work, until she decided, man, this is work this hard. I mean, Marshall's a handsome, good-looking guy, but I don't want to be over there by him that bad. And so I like it, man. As soon as that worry hit work, she was like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna leave. Hey, we've stopped. Oh, now we're going again. So Mark and Marshall, we're going to work on a few things. Well, I'm just going to hang out here. So you can keep the camera over here on me. And, we're working our way back towards, kind of getting back towards Marshall. She gets right up there close to him. I'm going to put her back to work, and we'll see if she leaves again. All right, I'm just wanting her mind to break down that chemical dependency that she has for being with other horses, if she can just make that decision on her own. Because here's what, normally, right, I'd be trying to, drive her away, like work, like steer, like, come on, Ruby, let's leave, and she'd be pulling on my hands, pulling on the bit, and tossing her head, and going through all of those arguments with me. That puts me in the problem. So all I did in this little setup was just take me out of the way, and I'm just, I'm here to enforce the rules, including the rules of when and where we get to relax and rest, and when we get to work. And so that makes it much easier for me. I can keep myself mentally calm. I'm not getting all jacked up because my horse is being ornery or arguing with me. And I can just relax and just let her do the work. Hey, she looks like she's created a pretty big bubble. We're going to head back over by Mark. So I'm going to ask her over there now. So now I'm going to steer. We're going to go back up here because now it's my idea, right? So it's my idea to go be by Mark, and so I'm setting her up for that. We'll bring her up here and relax, and then I want it to be her idea to leave. All right, Mark, we're going to come hang out with you guys for a minute.
The audio is cutting out there.
Well, if I'm too far out?
Yeah, I got too far out. I tried to draw back into it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have to see what we can do. But we're going to hang out right here with Marshall again and just let her, right? We'll kind of re-administer a little more of that oxytocin with Marshall, right? She's going to get kind of more connected to him while we're hanging out, maybe. Yeah, let's see. she's just kind of wandering on her own. All right, here we come back. All right, so we're going to set this same thing up again. I'm just going to ask her to go. Oh yeah, there's some wire over there. Let's see, come over this way. Let's go back. We got to reset. There's some wire right there we don't want to get tangled up in. All right, so I'm going to go back to no steering and just ask her up to a trot. And let's see what she does here. She wants to circle Marshall. I'll help my motivator here to motivate her to look for a different answer. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're coming back. Okay, I like it. Let's go back. I'm with you. Well, I don't want to argue with her. I'm just going to agree with her. She wants to leave Marshall. I want to relax. She heads back towards Marshall. I agree. Let's go see Marshall. Oh, she's going to leave. Try and think and relax. She's going to head back to Marshall. Yeah, let's go see Marshall. Let's go see him faster. Notice how she's avoiding Marshall. She's like not doing it. Oh. Hey, let's go see Marshall. Yeah, let's go see Marshall. Let's go see him. And then let's relax when she leaves. And I want her to relax all the way down to a stop if she can. Oh, see, this is nice. She left him right away. What do we have? A couple, 3 or 4 circles, and then she was out of there. Turns and looks at him, and then she turns and looks away. Let's just see what she does. So this is just some time for her brain to, try a few things. Look for an answer that she's never looked for before, which is, away from Marshall. All right, she's still staying away pretty nice. She's not stopping her feet, so I'm going to help her out just a little bit. See if I can ask her into her feet. And then we're going to go back over and hang out with Marshall again. So I just want to hang out here for a minute. See if she can relax her brain enough to not move her feet. And just be okay to just stand here. All right, we're going to head back over here to Marshall again. Now she won't even, right? She's like, I ain't going over there. So I'm going to ask her, just going to lead her over there. All right, we'll come and hang out again. We'll do this for a third time, but we'll just hang out for a minute and let her relax. I guess we're having bad audio when I get too far away out there, so let's see what she does now. She just walked off on her own. Let's see, is she going to hang out with Marshall? Looks like it, so I'm just going to agree with that. I'm just going to say, let's hang out with Marshall faster. So if she wants to be over here by Marshall, I'm just going to let it be work. She leaves. She comes back. Get back to that trot. She leaves. I want to relax. Relax, sit down when she leaves, speed it up when she comes back. I want to relax over here, see if I can't get her to stop over here. Speed it back up. Oh, she's like, no, I'm not going over by him. And relax out here. Come back to work up here. Wait for her to decide. I want to relax right here. Good girl. Good girl. Boy, I like that. I like that right there. She just walked out here and just shut down. Let's just see if we can stop for a minute. I'll stop her before I get out of range. What I'd like is to just stand right here and just let her get some air and really let her relax and decide that this is just okay. So if she heads back, I'm just going to agree with her. Like, yeah, let's go see Marshall. And then when she goes out past him, relax. Good girl, right here. Whoa, good girl. So this, I'm loving this. Look at his head down, soft ears, everything nice. I just want her to relax and not be drawn back to Marshall.